Hey guys, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. So, quick thing, this is an end game theory for Miraculous, which basically means that this is going to have a lot of spoilers, and yeah, it should be considered very, very spoilery. So yeah. So basically, what's going to happen in this theory is we're going to talk a little bit about what is going to happen in season 5 or whatever season. Basically, this is after whatever season happens where Hawkmoth is finally defeated. So, first off, we're going to make a note that Hawkmoth is successful. Yes, that is something to keep note of. Hawkmoth is successful. However, if you guys do not know, Hawkmoth does not know about the whole something bad will happen if you use the power of the miraculous. Basically, the universe has to keep things in order. So, what exactly is going to happen? So, basically, here's what's going to happen. Hawkmoth is going to, he's going to get both miraculous. Adrian and Marinette have already revealed themselves, and he's defeated everyone. Everyone's just exhausted and whatever. Hawkmoth and Mayura are standing over the team as Ladybug and Cat Noir are just like, oh no, we're gonna lose. And basically, she is thinking, Marinette is thinking in this moment, I wish that if we live past, I will remember to send Bunnix back in time to this point to save the day. She's basically making a mental note. But instead of that happening, Hawkmoth is successful. And he creates the miraculous. He becomes this all-powerful being, or whatever it's called. And he saves Emily. But in return, Natalie loses her life. It would be an extremely sad thing to do. Actually, no. It would either be Natalie or Master Fu, or maybe both. But when now Master Fu will also be there at this time, and when they're fighting, and after he's done this whole thing, the whole evil thing, and saved his wife, she comes back, and either Natalie or Master Fu just die. And obviously people are upset. Hawkmoth just realizes what just happened and is freaking out. He's like, I didn't want to kill anybody. And he relinquishes the miraculous. But since there's literally nothing that can happen anymore, there's no way to save it. There's absolutely no way that they could save Master Fu, because the way that time works, it does feel very much like Bunnix cannot go back in time and change something that's already happened. It feels like if you go back in time, it's destined to happen. So, yeah. He relinquishes all of the he relinquishes his miraculous, he relinquishes Ladybug and Cat Noir's miraculous, and Natalie relinquishes her miraculous. And the two of them are arrested for murder and being basically Hawkmoth and Mayura for this entire time. But Emily is alive. Emily Agreste is alive, which now Adrian has a big question on his mind. Does he go with his mother or not? At which point his mother, who has now seen what has happened, is very upset with the fact that Gabriel would go to such an extreme to save her. Now, keep in mind that this is all assuming that the two of them are that she is a good guy, not that she wasn't the one who took the miraculous in the first place. So just keep that in mind. Now, as such, she is very upset. And she explains to them all that she was a previous miraculous holder, specifically of the butterfly miraculous. Or not the butterfly, but the peacock. And she explains the whole situation about how maybe her parents had stolen those two, had been the ones who fought Master Fu, stole the miraculous, and that she just so happened, because of this, she kept the miraculous. However, she didn't agree with the whole evil beings thing, but she had been trained to how to use the miraculous and had wanted to use them for good. Unfortunately, the miraculous broke and she fell ill, which now causes Hawkmoth, which is the reason why Gabriel became Hawkmoth, and so on and so forth. Now, as such, she no longer she can use the she after explaining this whole situation, Ladybug agrees to let her use the Peacock Miraculous occasionally, but only when they need it. And it's a weird situation, absolutely. But she gives the miraculous back to Emily. Marinette gives the miraculous to Emily, and everyone goes off to live their new lives. Marinette is now the guardian of the miraculous. And Adrian spends a lot of time with his mother, basically to make sure that she doesn't do what Hawkmoth did. However, he can't keep an eye on her all the time, primarily when he's at school, and, of course, when he is being Cat Noir. So we don't necessarily know that, yes, absolutely, she is going to be a good guy. She could be a mentor, absolutely. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she has to be a good guy. It would be a good way to transition into the new seasons with the different villains, because we do know that eventually we're going to have to deal with the two queens, we're going to have to deal with the aliens, and so on and so forth, and Mr. Rat and Dr. Sadness. So now the real question is, what exactly happens? Now, I've mentioned before that I think that Dr. Sadness will be one of Hawkmoth's last akumatizations. And he will be the main villain for at least a season, maybe more. So Mayura, or whatever name she takes up, will now be training Ladybug and Cat Noir, since as well as all of the other people, because she knows how to use her miraculous and she's an adult, and we no longer have Master Fu, which, while sad, we all know that it's eventually going to happen. Master Fu is likely going to die before too long. and never meet and never be able to tell his love that he loved her. And yeah, but what's going to happen after that is obviously um, Gabriel and Natalie go to prison, and as such, things are very different in Paris. A lot of people are moving back in because of the fact, hey, there's no more Hawkmoth. Maybe we'll get some new characters, stuff like that. But yeah, so after that, they will give us some closure for Master Fu dying. We'll see his funeral, and his love will be there. And of course, she's going to be sad. She may also become a mentor because of the fact that she knew a lot about the miraculous. She was Master Fu's lover, or not lover, but basically girlfriend. So it's possible that she will become another mentor along with Emily. It's also possible that she will. It could be that she gets the Peacock Miraculous instead of Emily. But I don't know. We'll see what exactly happens. Now, at the funeral, everyone says their goodbyes. Master Fu obviously was an important character. He and now that Marinette has is going to be the new guardian of the miraculous because she was actually trained in this, she has to spend her time learning the language because Master Fu, obviously, he's put down a lot of information to explain to her how to read the book in case something happens. So he's written it all down so that she can look at it, and that's going to be a lot of stuff that she's going to have to do. She's going to have to learn all of the stuff, and his house or his apartment, whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it, that will now belong to Marinette and possibly Adrian as well. And it will become their new headquarters, which will be an interesting dynamic to actually have them have their own headquarters. But yeah. And of course, we'll see a whole bunch of more information coming out eventually. And yeah. So yeah, after all of this has happened, we'll see Hawkmoth and Natalie every now and again. Basically, Adrian going to see them because he's like he wants to know why they did this and like why didn't you know that this was going to happen and stuff like that, and also because they're basically his only family. He barely knows. He's not 100% certain on his mother anymore, and stuff like that. And it's definitely going to be an interesting thing to move forward with, especially since it does actually feel like Miraculous is getting a little bit more mature. The show was originally designed for children, absolutely. But it's tackling more mature subjects now. Well, yes, they haven't done anything with the actual, whole thing about being gay and stuff. It looks like they are going to be going into that soon. They are talking a lot about relationships. It's very possible that they will be going into the whole thing about what happens when a kid has parents that get divorced. With Chloe, that looks like that's coming up soon, and I've explained that in another video if you guys want to check that out. That is in my Miraculous Guesses playlist. Um, and we've also gotten some stuff with the whole um, thing about interracial relationships and how a lot of times they cause problems in families, and we've seen that in Bakerix, and we'll probably continue to see that. I am definitely intrigued to see what they do from that point on, because that feels what it feels like now is that it's going to be going in a more mature way. It's going to be a more I kind of want to say a more serious Steven Universe. If you guys don't know, Steven Universe is kind of does tackle mature topics, but it's more funny. I don't like it, but people do, so I do have to mention it at least a little bit. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping that they actually do go at least with a little bit of this situation. It would be a good situation to help kids learn about these things, and I mean, hey, it will keep older fans invested. Like, I personally will continue to watch the show forever, probably. But I know that there are going to be some people that are just going to grow a little bit tired of it as they grow older, especially the younger fans. While yes, they will grow up with the show, they may start seeing, oh my gosh, this show is actually really, really slow and boring and stuff. Or it may go to the extremes, like what we're kind of getting, and it will be better for the older audience and worse for the younger audience. The younger audience will kind of get a lot of things going over their head, which they already are, but it's kind of better. It looks like it's going in a good direction. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of this whole theory down in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on.